Hello everyone, today on the 1 Year Life Challenge we want to talk about loneliness and 9 things that happen to you when you start enjoying being with yourself. Hello everyone, today I want to talk about loneliness, which is an incredible emotion and when used wisely can really drive you to your source. I'm sure we've all felt lonely and I know it's an experience that I've had as well. Today, as we grow as individuals and our spirit grows and our minds grow, ultimately there will be times of reflection in which no one will be able to assist us. There'll be lonely times, long walks in your room by yourself, and those moments are incredibly important. Sometimes what we do is we push those moments away and we pick up the phone and text someone or distract ourselves, when really loneliness is the gateway to self-development. I'm going to touch on that today and go through 9 specific ways that loneliness can really help you and drive you forward. But as always, I'm going to start with a quote, and that quote is, "Look at the sky. We are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give us the best of those who dream and work." Abdul Kalam. I'll read that one more time. Look at the sky. We are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires to give us only the best of those who dream and work. Wow, I couldn't have said it better myself. You're not alone. Jupiter, by the way, is on an orbit that quite often will absorb asteroids heading towards Earth that will destroy Earth. I mean, Jupiter's looking after you. We're not alone. We are connected at every level. If you zoom in close enough, you'll see carbon-based molecules in my body. And then if you move that telescope 10 meters towards my bookshelf, you'll see those same carbon molecules. We are all the same. It's our idea of separation that creates loneliness, and being able to understand that is really important. So I'm going to go into those steps of what will happen when you choose loneliness and decide to follow that path. I'm not saying reject your friends. I'm not saying, hang out by yourself and be a weirdo in the corner. What I'm telling you is that loneliness is a pathway, and we need to understand that pathway better, because most people just reject it. They start up old bad relationships, they get in touch with people that aren't good for them. I have so many coaching clients and friends in my life who, they get lonely and they contact someone who maybe was into gambling and they've left gambling, but they get dragged back in. Or how many of us have contacted an ex when we felt lonely and we know that ex wasn't right for us, and that's why they're an ex and not a now. And we contact them to get over the feeling of loneliness, only to really regret it maybe weeks or months later. So the first thing that happens when you start enjoying and deciding to be by yourself is you start loving yourself more. Self-reflection, and the deeper you go, the deeper and closer you get to divinity, light and source. And you can't help but love that. That's some good stuff. Now, when you live in the real world and you're being told and bombarded by sources that you're not pretty enough, or you don't have a six-pack, or you don't earn enough money, that hurts. But when you go inside, you realise you already have everything. So you start loving yourself more, which is a great tool for loneliness. Number 2, you figure things out. All the wisdom, the collective wisdom of the universe is stored in your DNA. Actually, 14 billion years of evolution is stored in your DNA. And we can go back and we can see, not only can we see when we went from the oceans to the land, we can see what atoms were bonding to what atoms, when hydrogen started creating heavier elements. We can see all that. You've got it coded into you. You will figure things out when you look inside. When you look outside, you get the same old jazz for the last 60 years of capitalism. Take a holiday if you're stressed. Spend some money if you want to have fun. These methods, work your ass off until you're grey and ignore your family, and you'll get a big super payout and a nice gold watch. I don't think there's answers there. The answer's in here. Number 3, you'll be happier. We all strive and want to be around other people, but we can't always be around other people. Therefore, when you choose to be with people when you're with them, and with you when you're with you, you become happier because you don't have that striving or that loss of connection. Number 4, you'll recharge your energy. How many times after a big tiring day do you just want to chill out and be by yourself? That's because a lot of your energy reserves are renewed when your brain has time to just relax. Now, neuroscientists agree, the majority of our brain is designed for social interaction. That's why we have these massive melons. That's why we're born prematurely, and so our heads can grow and our brains can grow from social interaction. You see human babies take 3 or 4 years to become sufficient, whereas, a giraffe hits the ground running. Now, when you allow yourself some alone time, the brain can shut down those areas designed for social interaction, and you can start to recharge your mental batteries. Number 5, you'll discover who you are. No one can tell you who you are. You can only know it. There's no amount of knowledge that can come externally for you to know who you are. You must sit with yourself, like my video on Alexander the Great, where he had to sit in front of that temple at Delphi for a few days. You can know yourself, but only by yourself. Number 6, you'll become more productive. You'll be able to get things done. You won't be thinking about, I need this person here, I need help, I need assistance, I need someone else, driving me forward. You'll just become more productive. Number 7, you'll start to reflect more. And reflection is where the true answers are. The external world provides you with a lot of stimulus, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the ride, and I really appreciate this incarnation and all the fun that comes along. But reflection is where you delve back into true source knowledge, the knowledge that's driven us for billions of years, the knowledge that allows a woman to give birth without knowing the intricacies of osmosis or, surgery. That sort of knowledge is inbuilt into us. Number 8, you'll enjoy relationships even more because there's no hunger or striving there. Relationships just come into your life. And it's funny, when I became happier at being alone, the more people wanted to come into my life. And you need to manage that, but I can promise you that the relationships you have, once you understand and appreciate the relationship with yourself, are that much better. Because you love yourself, you can focus on that person. When you don't love yourself, you listen to someone and wait for them to finish talking so you can react. Whereas when you love yourself, you don't need to tell people about how great you are. You listen and you really enjoy other people's journeys, and sometimes you can even assist them, which is the ultimate gift to your relationships. And number 9, you become more independent, and that's so important. Family, friends, connections, so important. But the person, the man or the woman you become, ultimately is your lonely journey, and you will decide through your creation of reality who you are, what you become, and how you become it. Independence is incredibly empowering. You must participate in your own rescue. No one is coming to save you. It's a beautiful thought that one day they'll invent a pill that will make us lose all our weight, or get smarter, or there'll be an amount of money we can earn that people will start to like us. All these things are great ideas, but the reality is that you and your path are the only way to salvation. And ultimately, you have made it. So you've already, suffered through 14 billion years of evolution. There was a point where you were simply just a pack of molecules simply floating through the galaxy, and you worked at it, and you became, you became matter, and you created more dense material, and then ultimately formed into rocks, and then ultimately formed into planets, and then you did something really cool, which you gave divine life to plants and plankton and single-celled organisms. Then you busted your ass in the ocean, you got out of the ocean, you dragged yourself out of the ocean, you developed lungs, you breathed air, which is good on you, because going from gills to lungs would have been painful. You became conscious and aware, as the first human species started roaming through Africa, we started questioning things. We've done all the hard work. Your job now is very clear. Enjoy it. The hard work is being done. You and this 10, 15, 20, 80 years that you live cannot outdo evolution. You're wonderful, you're remarkable, and you are what brings light to the universe. Your consciousness is the observer effect, collapses reality into what it is today. So you're awesome. So just chill out. Be okay being with that awesome person and start to really enjoy the fruits of the world. So as we go through this journey together, we'll have to reflect. You'll have some challenges to take some time out to really look at yourself. The reality is that we are all connected. Whether or not you're on a desert island by yourself, either God is with you, I'm with you, the 1 year life transformation journey is with you, it's all with you, so don't stress, it's going to be okay. It's going to hurt a little bit, but you'll get through it. I can't wait till we take our next video on tomorrow, but until then, goodbye.